I'm asked a lot about best travel destinations. Where do I recommend people check out? And this is a difficult question to answer, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to name a few of my favorite spots that I have visited. Number one would be, assuming, let's just say that you're in the US, but even not, if you want to visit a spot in the US, and there are many that are perhaps unique, even odd in comparison to other places, but very, very fun, New Orleans. I would highly recommend. It is a combination of cultural, culinary influences that come from seemingly almost every corner of the world. The national parks. So I would suggest people, if they have not visited the national parks, or perhaps they visited one or two when they were younger, make a point of getting on the calendar at least one. I think that Zion is incredible. Yosemite certainly is just beyond belief, and there are many, many others, but you can take your pick. Outside of the US, few options. If you are, for instance, interested in parking up for a period of time, and the longer you stay in a particular location outside of the US, the cheaper it will be. Your primary expenses, I think it's fair to say, are going to be, in shorter trips, airfare and hotels. If you're staying in hotels, you're going to be paying top dollar per night. Argentina. Spent 9 months in Argentina around 2004, 2005, after I planned to be there for 4 weeks. I really fell in love with it. It is a large country. It is a very long country, and you can find everything from tropical rainforests like Iguazu Falls in Brazil, all the way down to incredible glaciers and killer whales and penguins way, way south. If you go to, say, Tierra del Fuego, and you are as close to Antarctica as you really possibly be without being in Antarctica. Next up, if you want to go remote, if you're looking for a combination of safety and English, I would recommend going to New Zealand. And of course, there are many different options for English-speaking places that are fun, but go to the South Island of New Zealand, get a car, and drive your way down to Queenstown, which is the adventure sport capital of New Zealand. It's where they filmed a lot of Lord of the Rings, where you find the Remarkables, a mountain range, and you can do such crazy, insane stuff as boogie boarding in rapids, which I tried, and quite frankly, it was one of the more terrifying experiences I've ever had. There's a lot of that. So if you like ATVs, adventure sports, it's incredible. And it's very, very beautiful. It looks quite a lot like certain parts of Switzerland. It's just stunning. And people are very, very friendly. If you want to get a feel for what New Zealanders are like, at least some of them, you can watch Flight of the Conchords. All right, let's look at a very, very safe, and of course bad things can happen anywhere, okay, and they do, but very, very safe generally, and non-English, super alien environment. What is the best combination of feeling completely lost, bewildered in a foreign alien environment and safety that I've experienced? Has to be Japan. And I spent a year in Japan. It was my first time really out of the US as an exchange student going to a Japanese school in Tokyo, which was huge culture shock, living with a Japanese family. And Tokyo is just so awesome and so weird that it's hard to find words to express exactly what it is like, and there's no need. You should go. It is not going to be cheap. You can do it at moderate expense though, and it can be the trip of a lifetime. Then I would say, and this depends obviously person to person, but take a trip to where some of your ancestors are from. To be like, oh, this is where part of my bloodline comes from. Make an effort. So if you are, let's just say, Korean American, you've never been to Korea, go to Korea. So I would recommend go somewhere where if you trace your bloodline back, you actually have some genetic origins there. That's also a really cool trip. It can make a real impact on you.